In such an ever-changing world, technology has become a prevalent part of our daily lives, especially those that deliver information. With the development of smartphones aided by the almost omnipresent internet connection, it has become straightforward to access information. There's a reason why the phrase "Google it" has become mainstream, and when the flow of information becomes unbearable, people tend to start disregarding the degree to which the information correlates to the actuality. Algorithms decide what you see on your For You page and your Google search results. Often than not, you can ask yourself a question: does the thing on my For You page factual? Like most people, one will likely believe what they saw was right. No one rushes to the sources or even considers the author's identity. With this trend becoming more and more prevalent, people believe more in algorithms as always correct, or at least nearly perfect. And the question of whether or not to change that and who to blame tends to arrive on its own. Despite this, people like to blame the big corporations and everything around them as though they don't have anything to do with what is happening to them in their social media. Furthermore, upon whether they see themselves as a possible reason to such a problem, it becomes unimaginably crucial for them to prove that they are the only user of the systems and there is no way out. Bogost, Esther, and Crawford have a subtle answer to the question of who is wrong in the ever-growing power of algorithms and their continuous presence in the lives of everybody. Bogost begins his essay by exploring how science has replaced faith, arguing that algorithms and the data they produce are perceived as divine, leading people to oversee their inherent flaws. He explains, science and technology have become so persuasive and distorted they have turned into a new type of theology. To support this, he presents an example of Nicholas Carr's observation. When the mechanical clock arrived, people began thinking of their brains as operating like clockwork. Today, in the age of software, we have come to think of them as operating like computers. Through this, Bogost illustrates how humanity has embraced an algorithm culture. Once established the perceived divinity of algorithms, he destroys this image by examining examples like Netflix recommendation algorithm, which really relies on overly specified tags such as emotional Hindi language movies for hopeless romantics, and highlighting the flaws of systems like Google Maps, whose effectiveness depends on numerous interconnected components. Ultimately, he shifts the blame onto human psychology, arguing that metaphors rooted in familiarity make algorithms feel trustworthy. The real firmament is neurological, and computers are fitting with our minds, a fact provable by brain science. This insight emphasizes how humans seeking rationale in their environment unconsciously lean into algorithm culture, much like moths drawn to light.
Created using Powtoon.